lot of players find this part kind of daunting, but I'm going to walk you through it. It's not daunting at all. It's really simplistic once you know what you're doing. Here we go. Your name, your sex, your height, your age, your eye colour, hair colour, nationality, distinguishing features, occupation, weight. Not all of these are necessary, but some of them are just help with the immersion. So then there's your race. As you can see, there's quite a few you can choose from here. Or there's your other. Make your own race. Hell, why not? Then there's your morality and fighting style. Now, morality will help you follow a certain path in terms of your character's arc. And fighting style will determine mainly if you're going to need checks for, shall we say, grapple or for stealth. Kind of like if you're a rogue or if you're a brawler, you have to kind of either, well, again, that'll be your GM's call. Now, your basic stats. Get this in here in the camera if I can. Basic stats up top here. Strength, condition, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. If you think back, these are all on the cards as well. Now here, at your base level, you have 10 points to allocate across the board. Not 10 in each, just 10 total. So choose wisely, especially since you're at a level 1. Class, tick only one of these, because if you're going to be doing a multiple class on your first go out, it's going to be confusing. It's going to be a lot harder than you want it to be. So, barbarian, bard, ranger, cleric, explorer, paladin, wizard, battle mage, dancer, guard, sorcerer, monk, or again, there's the other section, which I am very fond of. I love the other. And every character has a strength and weakness. Now, I didn't want to actually make a barbarian be so bog standard that his strength is his rage and his weakness is his intelligence. So you make up how you see the character's strengths and weaknesses. But bear in mind, a character without flaws is not worth playing. Not worth playing at all. Now the bottom section here is your proficiencies. Take 2 of these. Athletics, arcana, insight, intimidation, perception, persuasion, survival, programming. You know, just things that you think will be beneficial to your character. Do not worry about the campaign that you're going into, as your GM will know your characters and has to plan a campaign around that. Not every campaign will play to your strengths, but that's part of the fun. Armor proficiencies up top here. Again, light, medium, heavy, or plate, and of course, other. That's going to be pretty much the theme throughout other. Again, take only one of these. Yeah, there's not much else to say on that. Languages. Usually it's common, uncommon, ethereal, or blah blah. I would say pick whatever language you want to. It generally doesn't matter if it's like, if you want to say English, the GM should know it's common. Oh my god, if they don't know it's common, that's fine. Just use your own variants of it and just let them know each time as you're using it that it's common or it's blah blah blah. It's up to you. I personally have chosen Gaelic, French, Spanish, and Japanese in my previous ones because we've been playing based somewhat in our own world, so I've gone for our own languages. Skill proficiencies. Take 2 boxes. If your character is going to be very much kind of coating their bows or their swords with poisons, you want to choose alchemists. If they're going to be a basic simple weapon, then you're going to choose either a hand axe or simple weapons over here. If they're going to be plate armoured, this is something I'm trying to get into this as well now. Your armour and your shield can be seen as weaponry. It all depends upon how you're using it or what your fighting style is. In terms of your plate armour, I would say that would go very well with a grapple fighting style, because you're essentially using your armour as weaponry. Now, background and goal. This is specifically for you. Your background is just something to help you get lost in a character, and the goal is something to help your GM know what drives the character, its purpose, its point in the campaign. Now, simple but effective, the notes section. I would recommend that you use pencil on this page, because you're going to be taking a lot of notes for a lot of things. It's not a bad thing, it's just, again, certain situations you get kind of panicked in and you overlook certain things, certain aspects of the environment or the enemy. Take notes, it really helps. Your current level experience and your next level experience, right? Or your experience to the next level. Your HP, which is your health points or your hit points. Your total and your current. AC, which is armor class. You see that? You can. Again, that's your negative and positive. If you're given a positive to a roll, put it here. If you're given a modifier, or if you currently have a modifier for a certain reason, that's put here as well. Your resistance or your saves, spell, SNR, and your physical. These are going to not really come into play straight away. They tend to happen when your character gets up to a certain level, and if you have a resistance or you have a proficiency in, let's say, Arcana, and you're attacked with a spell, which is a lightning bolt, you might have a chance to resist or go into a save state from the damage and get something off it. So there's that. The death state, there's a KO and there's dying. The KO happens in 3 turns. If your hit points hit 0, you're into a KO state. You have 3 turns to roll something that a DM has chosen. If you miss that, then you go into your dying state, and you have 2 turns to roll out of that, also chosen by your DM. If you can't, you die, and you're out of the game, or you're not. It all depends on your GM. Now, your GM points, gained and lost. As you go on and you do certain things, you might have impressed your game master, and he or she will award you points. In other games, they're called inspiration. So you add them here or you lose them here. It all depends on what you're doing. Now, as you level up, each class gains a certain attack and damage and, shall we say, effect, or a spell damage and effect. Put them here or you will forget them. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've lost track of a certain spell that I would have needed at that point in time. Cursed weapon. You will find a lot of these in the game. You might actually end up selling them or losing them or something, but again, guys, keep track. They can be handy. Passive abilities. These are every game has these, and every player often overlooks their passive abilities because they kind of think that not important, or it's up to the GM to keep track of them. It's not. It's your thing. You're supposed to keep track of these. They will save your character's life a lot. A lot. Number of heart shards. That's one here now. These are specifically for if you're following the storyline of the Eiru Saga series. If not, don't worry about it. Emerald, and what might, no, council emblems. Again, only if you're following the Eiru Saga storyline. If not, don't worry about it. Weirink facility codes. These can actually work regardless. Each facility has codes to lock doors. Certain codes are given to you by GM, or you're found by your perception, or maybe you've persuaded or intimidated some poor sap into handing over the codes. Handy way of saving time in the game. Inventory. Whatever you happen to pick up or loot is in here. Mission items. Exactly the same as inventory, just far more important. Stolen items. If you are arrested, you will lose these. So whatever is here, if you don't want to lose them, don't get caught. It's that simple. Your current gold/silver. Gold and silver. In Eiru, the silver is more valuable than the gold. You'll understand why when you actually read the book, but the silver is more sought after than gold and I'm not going to tell you why, but it just is. Now, for the last one, your skills. Now, if your GM is asking you to make a strength check, a strength check is used for, well, can you see this now? You can. Athletics, heavy weaponry, constitution, survival, and 3 other possibilities that your GM might think it could be. At least 3, but you know. Dexterity, acrobatics, blacksmithing, explosive, sleight of hand, hunting, and stealth. So if you're trying to, shall we say, pick someone's pocket during a acrobatics flip, that would be a dexterity check, and it would probably be a high one too at that. So it's just pretty simple, guys, very straightforward. It does seem daunting at first, but it's up to your GM to actually make this an excellent and fun experience. Get the picture over there. And in my experience as a GM and as a player, it's much handier personally to be a player than a GM because there's far less stress involved. But if you're our GM, I hope this is going to be an excellent experience for you. If you have any questions, guys, hit me up on my social media, or like I'm on everything. I'm on everything. So hit me up, guys. I will answer whatever questions that you have, quite handily, quite funnily, and quite honestly. But as I've said in the past, all you need to play this game is the cost of the dice, and if you want, the cost of the cards. That is pretty much it. Everything else is for free. The map is too large, I'm not going to get it now. The eirusaga.eu, everything is there with the exception of dice and cards, because COVID is screwing up things. When COVID goes, you will be able to purchase the cards off the site. But until then, guys, hope you all enjoy the Eiru Saga. I really hope you guys enjoyed the Eiru Saga. It took a lot of work to get out there.